Hey, what's up guys, Perplexify here, and in this video, we'll be counting down 4 times people took things way too far. But make sure to watch till the very end, because there's this one kid who won't stop eating, and what happens at the end is insane. We have David STV, and this is a family YouTube channel that might have a serious addiction to Fortnite. Yes guys, not only the kids, but the parents are addicted to Fortnite too. So much so that they made their entire rooms Fortnite themed, and even created a Fortnite shield potion, and even Chug Jug just sitting around in the house. You guys gotta see this till the end. It's just insane.
Jagger, you ready?
Look, Jagger. Alright, now check out the life-size Fortnite sign. 8-foot wide Fortnite sign.
He got it from Spirit.
That's right.
It's in his bedroom.
That's right.
Look at this sign. Here's the Cuddle Team Leader.
Since we're seeing Dark Voyager, guess what we're gonna look at next? The closet where we keep the skins, baby!
That's right, so when you walk into your bedroom, you're like, huh, what should I wear on the game today?
What's today?
Yeah, so depending on what you have in your closet, those are
Dinosaur
your
outfit,
skins.
orange astronaut.
Crab shop.
Okay guys, you saw his room is all Fortnite related, and the parents seem pretty crazy about it too. Like, you wake up and immediately see this massive Fortnite sign, Fortnite items everywhere, and even have real life Fortnite skins in the closet. But what happens next is even crazier. Keep watching.
Skull Trooper is.
Oh look, this is a fort by the way. Look at that.
Guess what the Skull Trooper costume is?
This is nuts, guys. On the wall, there's all these weapons and even a map of Fortnite.
6 map right up here. Here we have our shield potion collection. Mini shield, large shield, slurp juice, chug jug. Here we have the unicorn pick.
That's right. And the pinata.
That's right, we've got the pinata. We've got another dummy dressed up in the...
Bright Bomber. The Bright Bomber.
We have another dummy dressed up in the Bright Bomber costume.
Yes, look at this.
First of all, the most important thing in here is the PS4.
This one kid who must be addicted to Fortnite as well as eating, and you have to see what ends up happening to him. So I guess this guy must have a really slow metabolism in addition to not being active, because he plays a lot of video games and eats food all the time. It ended up getting so bad it was hard for him to move around by himself, and it just seems super unhealthy. But you guys gotta see the end and what the mom does.
Kalau dulu mah Bu makannya banyak, 2 piring nyampe 5 kali makan sehari. Mie 2 mangkok, bakso 2 mangkok, kalau beli bubur 2 mangkok, gak ada. Kalau nggak dibuatkan dia marah, nangis-nangis, ibu gak tega, dia marah. 9 tahun dia nggak ke sekolah, nggak bisa jalan, sesak napas. Kalau jalan ke sekolah, dia 9 tahun ke 10.
So this next part shows how he lives his daily life and the troubles he's facing. He's also playing his other favorite game here, Clash of Clans 2, but check this out.
Kita jalan, suka sedih, murung. Dia kan main juga nggak bisa. Di rumah terus tidur, main HP. Cuman temen-temen ngasih nih, nyamperin Arya main.
Maksudnya mainnya kok suka kejebur. Kita langsung kejebur di sini, aduh.
Manggil ibu Mi. Arya bisa lagi nggak jalan jauh ke sekolah.
Bagus ya. Udah makan ayahnya. Belum.
Guy with an addiction so bad, it turned life-threatening. So this guy is extremely overweight, weighing over 900 pounds, and I think he was the heaviest man in the world at some point too. But it got to the point he couldn't even get up, and multiple people had to come in and help clean him every single day. But you guys gotta see what they end up saying that could save his life.
Living on a diet comprised primarily of sugar, fat, and carbs, Keith Martin tips the scales at nearly 1,000 pounds.
Wake up, a tray full of eggs fried. You know, it'd be 12 sausages for a breakfast, for a sandwich, or 12 sausages and bacon for dinner.
The 42-year-old hasn't left his bed in nearly 2 years. Doctors have given him 24 months to live.
If I don't lose the weight, I'm dead.
Okay, so you guys just heard that guy's literally in a life-threatening state, so he's got to control his addictions or it will end horribly wrong for him.
But now, Keith is ready to fight back.
I'm sick of being like this, and I'm sick of it causing so much trouble. And I'm frustrated because I know the only person to blame is me.
Drastic weight loss surgery could save him.
If he gets his operation, I think it'll absolutely transform his life.
But the operation alone may not be enough.
This is insane, but keep watching till the end because the last guy had a similar situation, but he was addicted to Fortnite too.
Because it's so heavy and also he's immobile, he has to actually get his weight down to an extent, and also he has to actually improve his mobility. If we don't, you'll have a dead patient, basically.
Another guy who had an unbelievable eating addiction that got to the point he started developing diabetes. This one is crazy because the parents literally had to chain the refrigerator up and hide food because he was exhibiting animalistic behaviors in terms of eating food. But there's this one thing she says that is just shocking. Watch till the end.
Because Will gets into food all the time because he's always hungry, one of the precautions we have to do is we have to keep the refrigerator, all the sources of food locked in the house. So we've got keys, we keep them hidden in different places. We typically have to change the places we hide them because he's smarter than we are and he figures out where we hide them. But we have a padlock on the refrigerator. Taste, consistency, none of that matters. It's edible. One time he got into a box of confectioner's sugar and ate like the whole box of confectioner's sugar.
This is out of hand. They literally had to lock up all the food and he even ate a whole can of sugar. But keep watching because it gets crazy.
I've seen him take food out of a garbage can. Come on, Will, you know, when's enough enough? Probably one of the children will eat till they choke to death or explode.
Because he does not have the control that it would take to stop or slow down. So one more thing. I've cried coming out of his room before with the containers of empty food. There was still probably, I would say, at least half a box in there.
This man Casey is definitely addicted to Fortnite and eating, which is a super unhealthy combo that leads to him gaining over 600 pounds. And you guys have to see what he looks like.
Sit. I would just eat until I'm dead, probably. A normal day for me is wake up around 12, figure out something I'm going to eat immediately.
So as you guys can see, eating unhealthy every day and playing Fortnite 24/7 pretty much is definitely not going to make your body look great. And obviously his addictions are pretty bad, which later leads to him losing his job and living with his dad. And Casey has a father who's definitely not helping Casey get into a better situation either.
TV, video games, bed. It's not a lot of activity. It's hot. It's hot in Georgia. And all my clothing is restricting and tight. So I just sit in there naked, free as can be, and no one bothers me, door shut, we're good.
Like he just said, guys, no one bothers him. He's got his door shut playing Fortnite probably all day and just eating. All of this accumulated to him being over 700 pounds, and TLC noticed this and we get to see a day in the life of Casey. But stay tuned at the end, guys. You definitely won't expect what ends up happening to him.
I'm just safe, and video games are where I escape. Oh no, he's got it. Oh god, he's got that one gun that's gonna kill me. Oh no, he's weak, but I'm weak. I'm weak. Oh, I'm gonna die. He's down. All right, I gotta go in the kitchen and get stuff.
Okay guys, we just saw him playing Fortnite in that clip, and that just shows he's probably been playing Fortnite for a lot of his time gaming. But drop a like if you guys play Fortnite too.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm accepted in all those virtual reality worlds and the gaming world I'm in. No one sees me. No one sees me. That is my outside. That is my world that I can be the Casey I want to be, but not be judged on my weight.
As you guys just saw, he pretty much can't fit into any clothing and he has to lay in his towel all day. And he says he plays video games to be who he wants to be and not be judged, which I can definitely relate to as well.
I never would have thought at 34 I'd be living with my father and I'd have no job, have no real money, and just be playing video games all day and eating. I've always been a big kid. Out of high school, I was probably 300-something pounds. But then I got out of school, got a couple of jobs at a couple of restaurants. I ate at them. I was probably around 500 pounds then, and it was just getting too difficult to work, so I quit my job.
This man got a job at a fast food restaurant, and I guess he took as many benefits as he could, like eating the food, which helped in starting his addiction, it seemed like. Man, that's just not good how he quit his job and pretty much is doing nothing now and even getting kicked out of his mom's house.
My mom said to live in this house, you have to have a job. So she kicked me out, and the only place I had left to go was my father's. So I went there. Basically, his one thing that made me happy was food. So we just ate like kings, but like in the worst way. Pizzas, chicken, Japanese food, takeout. I mean, me and my dad would get hibachi delivered, sushi by the barrel. I mean, just anything you wanted to eat, we were getting.
This next part, he just rages hard at Fortnite, and as soon as his dad comes home with McDonald's, he gets all happy the moment he knows McDonald's is here. This is just so funny to me, guys. Drop a like if you thought so too.
Oh my God, Nanners, where are you? Nanners, this isn't even a real game. Why are you not just pushing these people with me?
Casey, I got your food.
Oh, okay.
All right. They got the drinks. I don't know which one's tea and which one's Dr. Pepper. You have to look in and see.
Guys, this part shows his bathing routine. He says he can't fit in a normal bathtub because of his size, so he has to bathe himself in a huge bucket, basically.
So I bathe outside of this trough currently because I cannot physically bathe in a sit-down bathtub or stand-up shower area. Oh, this is slippery.
Man, guys, just listen to what he has to do for his bathing routine. This is crazy.
Because I'm a bigger guy with like folds and flaps, and I have to move around like almost like a pig in a way and wallow and roll over to get like the back of my leg. I have to lift up literal like pieces of skin. It's just a super difficult process.
Alright, the dad is definitely not helping his son get better. He loves his son and all, which is cool, but he just keeps feeding him and not helping his situation. But they end up going to a doctor, and watch what happens.
He'll tell me what to get him, and I come right back a lot of times in case that's too much food. But I'll get it for him and bring it to the house and put it right in front of him. He's my son. I love him. I love to make him happy, you know, and food's got a lot to do with his happiness, but he's like an addict about food.
So this part, Casey visits the doctor with his dad, and the doctor gives him the unfortunate news that he doesn't have much time to live if he continues his lifestyle. And hearing this definitely impacted their lives, and Casey is about to do something crazy in the next part.
To do this, but we're at a critical stage here.
Yeah.
You're gonna die pretty soon, unless something happens here. I think that you're on the road to immobility, and when that happens, I think it's going to be a very short course.
Just talking to the doctor, I think both the dad and Casey realize that there needs to be a change ASAP.
When he said Casey, that he's not going to live much longer, I mean, that scared me. And I think it scared Casey too. I love him to death. I want to be around for him, you know. I try to take care of myself. But I'm 70 years old. My days are numbered, the way I look at it, too. And I want him to have a life before I leave here.
Okay guys, that was some touching words from his dad, and just watch what Casey does next.
I don't want to die young, but just seeing my dad be so upset. It's like, what's the worst part?
It sounds like we've got plenty of reasons to do this.
Oh yeah.
Your health, your life, your relationship.
Yeah.
All right? We're going to work together to first save his life and then get your life.
So this part is where Casey goes through a big surgery which resulted him in losing over 160 pounds. What you guys are about to see is a crazy transformation.
As I accomplish more, my self-esteem is rising, so I feel like I can do more, so it's just a good feeling. I don't do well with like a lot of cheering and admiration and like build up, so I'm definitely nervous. But I think they'll be really shocked and surprised and happy with the progress I've made.
Alright guys, here's where we get to see the new Casey, and it's unbelievable.
Started this journey at 711 pounds, and today I'm happy to say that I'm 525. Ultimately, I hope I just get down to a normal weight. My goal for next year is to be under 400. Ultimate dream, 250. That'd be sick.
Drop a like for Casey. He definitely has to change his lifestyle in order to keep up, but listen to what his dad says here.
Oh, God. This is rough.
I'm so proud of him. There's no words to describe the feeling I feel inside that he's gotten healthier, and I just, I look for a bright future for him.
I'm really excited. I'm kind of like overwhelmed, I'm crying. They're like happy tears, but appreciate everyone showing up and
thanks. I couldn't have done this without my family. And
Now that was crazy, but Casey got even better when he started to work out and stop eating and playing Fortnite as much. Check this out.
Hello, YouTube. How are you going? Oh, how are you doing? Just woke up like an hour ago. And I'm in Alabama. Look at that bag.
If you made it this far, you are officially awesome. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and make sure to check out my other videos. See ya, guys.